welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to show you the whole process from start to finish, how I plan and brainstorm to create a month in my bullet journal. The theme that I'm going to create today is my month of June. So when you're seeing this, my June plan with me, it's already been up on my channel, and you already know what I did for June, but I don't because I haven't planned anything. So when you're watching this, you can see the behind the scenes of that video. So for the month of June, I'm going to do the Pride Month theme. Because last year I did that theme in my bullet journal way before I had my channel. And I really liked it, but it was in a minimal way. And this year I want to really spice up the things a little bit. And I chose the Pride theme because it's Pride Month and because it's my birthday month. So I want to create a fun and happy theme for my birthday. So the first part of the process, I think, that is choosing a theme. That part is already done, and in my May setup video I talked a little bit about how themes are really time consuming, and when you think about a theme and it takes you an hour to set up a page, and that was my case on my May setup video, and I really want to take a break from those themes and to create themes that are minimal but happy and fun, but they are useful. The pages in my month of May are useful, but the whole theme took me a lot of time to do, so I want to take a break from those themes. And for June, the vibe that I kind of want to go with is it has to be a useful theme with useful pages and useful things that I'm going to actually use. It's going to be a really happy theme because of all the colors of the rainbow and the vibe, but it's minimal, so I don't have to do a lot of doodles, a lot of drawings. That is my goal for the month of June. So I'm also going to show you what was the hardest part for planning for May. So the first thing was the color palette. This was all the colors for my month of May. All the Pokemons, all the colors that I had to swatch, and the colors that I had to choose for the Pokemons. This took me a while because every Pokemon has this color and they are all different, so I needed a palette, and this took me a while to do. And I also have here the pages for May. So I had like the cover pages that I was going to do. I was thinking about the calendar, a big calendar, my expenses, my habits and brain dump page, and here my 2 lines a day page. This is how I sketched my month of May, and this took me too much time, so I'm going to do this now for June, but I want to keep things simple, so that is the goal for the month of June. So I'm going to start sketching the month of June and choosing what colors I'm going to use. So the thing that I'm going to do now is to do my color palette. So I'm going to try some colors, obviously the colors of the rainbow, but I need to choose if I want bright colors or pastel colors. I also have these mini washi tapes that I think I can use. I never use washi tapes on my spreads, and I have washi tape to use. So I might use these washi tapes as decoration for my theme, but I'll think about that later. Alright, so the first thing that I always do when I'm planning a theme is obviously my color palette. The colors of the rainbow are pretty obvious, but because I don't know if I want to use pastel colors or bright colors, I need to swatch some colors to see which ones I like better. Now, speaking about the video itself, I got the idea of making this video because I always wonder how people got that idea or how did they plan their bullet journal themes. So I thought that would be interesting for you to see how I planned this theme and how I got all the ideas together to create my June theme. This is also the first time showing my face on camera and filming from other angles, so I'm sorry if this is not perfect, especially the audio. I'm so sorry, but I will work on that so I can do a better job next time. So I just did some swatches here, and they are all Crayola super tips, and these 3 at the bottom are Tumbled Dual Brush pens, and I've tested some bright colors and pastel colors, so now I can choose. So these are the bright colors that I chose. I might use all Crayolas because it's easier and the tip has all the same size, so it's better. And these are more, the pink is already here too. And these are like a more pastel blue instead of this deep blue, and this are a more lilac color instead of a purple. And this green, which is not Crayola but the tip is really similar and it's from Class Color, it's more pastel, so I don't know what vibe I want to go with, but that's part of the process. So I'm going to now swatch the colors in a sequence to see what colors go best and what sequence I like better. So these are the more brighter colors and these are the more pastel colors. What I feel like I can do is use all of these bright ones but change the purple. I don't know, maybe. So I changed my mind again and I'm going to use this color palette, which are all Crayolas. I don't know if you can see. Here are all Crayolas, and I'm going to use dark green and dark blue, and that's what I'm going to use. It's this one that I'm going to use. After I finally decide what colors I'm going to use, it's time to plan my spreads and layouts for the pages in the bullet journal. So what I do is I draw these little rectangles on the sketchbook to look like an open page, and I plan the order of the pages, and I also play around with different layouts to see what I like better and what I really want to do. As you can see, I drew this 2 pages calendar after my cover page, where I'm going to have these 2 sections, one for my tasks and another for my goals. And next to that I have my expense tracker, and then I'm trying different layouts for my habits. This one is a table, but I split up the days, so I have 15 days at the top and 15 days at the bottom. And then I drew a huge flag for my moods because I thought that would look great because it's Pride Month and I don't want to focus only on rainbows, and I want to have some actual elements of the community. And still on the flags vibe, I got the idea of drawing these little flags as my mini calendars for my habits. Next to that, I wanted to do a quote page, so I'm just planning how I'm going to divide the lines and all of that. And finally, I have my week, which is going to be pretty simple. After brainstorming about the pages and the layouts, I went back to my markers to try some lettering for the titles. And I already had this idea for the headers, so I tried it on paper, which is normal calligraphy with a black outline and a white drop shadow. I tried with color and with black to see what was better. I also tried to write June in faux calligraphy to do a rainbow ombre effect inside them, which it looks good, but it's too much, so I decided to not go with that. But I kept brainstorming in the same rainbow vibe because it was looking really good to me. I also tried to do a rectangle with the colors behind it, but it was not calling me, so I forgot about it, and I decided to make the ombre effect along the letters like I did before, and I really liked the result. Okay, so now with all the ideas that I have, I'm going to search on Pinterest and Instagram some ideas for the cover page, for the expenses page, because I don't know what I'm going to do. My habits, I need to think what habits I'm going to do. My moods, if I'm going to keep up with the idea of doing a huge flag. And that's all. So now I'm going on Pinterest to just search for inspiration. So I just brainstormed some ideas, and for the cover page I'm going to do I'm going to write June. It's right here. I'm going to write June, and then I'm going to write "It's time to show your true colors" above the title. And I might do a little doodle just to keep the cover page simple but interesting at the same time. That's kind of the goal for that. And for the moods, I've tried to do some math about how many squares do I need per line, but it looks like it's not even because it's not an equal number in every line. That was like my only idea for the mood tracker, and it's not working, so I don't know how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to move on. I'm going to start sketching in my notebook pages. Where is everything going to be? I'm going to do the sizes of the calendar and all that stuff, and the hard part's going to be the moods, what I'm going to do for my moods, my habit tracker, and the quote. Because the quote, I know the quote, I just need to space it out and know what I'm going to put where. And for the moods and habits, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. For the habits, I have a simple option that I said in the beginning of the video, but for the moods, I'm kind of like, what I'm going to do, I truly don't know, but I'll figure that out later. After all the sketching and all the brain dumping part, it's time to put my ideas all into my journal to start creating my theme. This is the part that takes me the most time to do because I need to make sure that everything is centered and that everything looks good together and that I don't make mistakes, and it takes a while. So yes, I wrote the phrase on the cover page wrong, but I fixed that later, so don't worry. And on the calendar, I had to make sure that everything was the size that I wanted and that was going to look good. My biggest struggle on making a calendar is always in what square should I start. I'm always afraid that it's too low or too high, but obviously I'm referring back to my previous month to see the sizes of the things that I want to do again this month, and then I started drawing the different flags that you're going to see next. As you can see, I've been planning my calendar and my expenses, and now I decided to do 4 types of flags, and here are the types, and if you can see, but I have like this trapeze, you know, like rectangle shapes, and then I have this floaty flag, I don't know how to call it. But I really like this one, and I feel like this looks really cool in different directions. So some of them can be like this, some of them can be like this, another can be straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some transparent paper or tracing paper, I don't know how you call it, over this, and I'm going to draw on that so I can do the same flag for different places on my notebook. So I did my habits page. So what I'm going to have is that this is the first row of days, and because June is only going to start about here, I don't know if you can see, because this is Saturday and Sunday, in this row, in these 5 days, I'm going to erase the lines, and I'm going to write the habit in each one, and that's how it's going to function, because it's better than writing the habits up here, because I have this free space. So that's what I'm going to do. I already did my mood tracker. It's going to be like this. It's a huge flag. It says Pride on the first 5 squares because this square doesn't have rows. So I just wrote Pride. Very simple. And my moods are going to be like this. Please focus. Thank you. Which is going to be happy, productive, and bad. At the end of the month, I'm going to have this page with the flag colored with the right colors, but the intensity of the color, it's what is going to distinct my mood from each other. Now I'm planning where the quote is going to be, and the quote that I chose was already divided into 7 rows, which helped a lot, and what I just had to do was writing it and make sure it was centered and even so it looks good. Then for my week, I decided to make a simple and horizontal week. I don't do horizontal weeks that often, but I don't know, sometimes I like to change my layouts and make different spreads, so for June I will be trying an horizontal week. And of course, the best part of the day is when you realize that you have your whole theme planned and that you have to organize your desk and put everything away where it belongs. It's just so satisfying. To wrap up this video, I'm doing a quick flip through for you to see all the pages sketched out. And if you want to see how this month's theme turned out, I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out my June setup. So, I've been planning my month of June all day. It's currently now 7:20. I'm finally finished. And as you saw, I have all my pages done. And this is probably a setup that is going to take me like 3 to 4 hours to film, if everything goes well. And that's it for the video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you have any other video ideas, leave them down below or contact me on Instagram. I'm always open to hear your opinions. And subscribe to my channel, leave it a like, and I'll see you in my next video.